Hi, this is Miss Howard, and we're going to work on how to make a poster. We're going to use Google Slides from Google Drive. So what you want to do is go to Google Drive, open up your drive, and just click New, and go down to Google Slides. Choose a blank presentation. And then if you want to go ahead and title it first thing, just so you can get that done, you can say how to make a poster. You're going to come up with a default slide here with word boxes on it, and you probably don't want those. So if you want to get rid of those, you can just click there, space, then, oh, come on. Then you can cut it and it's going to go away. If you choose not to do that and just leave it there, as long as you space, it's going to look like it's gone. But if you click there, you're going to see that it's still present in the slide. I just think it's easier to just cut it out altogether. You can always put a text box back later, and then you don't have to worry about anything. We're not going to use the themes, even though you can, but this is how you can customize a poster for yourself in Google Slides. The first thing you probably want to do is set your background. Now you can leave it white, or you can choose background. You can choose a color. I will say if you choose to do a color, that's going to be an awful lot of ink. So later on I may come back to you if you're going to try to print this and say, yeah, we're going to have to change it and leave it white. So that's always something to keep in mind when you're choosing a color. If you want to choose a color, go with something kind of neutral, like a gray. That's very light gray. Or you can also choose an image. You could come to Google Images. If you've got something on a computer, you can go to your drive. But if you want to search in Google Images, maybe see if we can find some bubbles. Again, if you choose one of these pictures that has a lot of color in it, that's going to be a lot of ink once you do want to print a poster. So I'm going to go with something with a lot of white in it, but it's still going to be kind of pretty. And you got bubbles. And that can be your background. Now, once you want to add things to your poster, you want to make sure that you don't make it too busy, because you want the people who are looking at your poster to get the information from it, and you want to make sure that you get the important information on there. So I'm going to add a text box, so I'm going to insert a text box, or you could just come right up here and get the icon. Then you just come over here and draw it, and I'm going to call it how to make poster. Now, those words are pretty small on my poster. You can highlight them. You can change the font size. So you can come over here and make them pretty big. You can also change the way your font looks. So these are your fonts. Try that. That one's pretty big. And then you can also change the color of your words. And then you can click over here and you can see. And if I want to maybe give it a little scooch, you just get that part. Well, there we go. Get the part where the arrows go up and down and side to side. And you can slide it over a little bit. So you've got your main text box with your title. You can add pictures if you'd like to. And I'm going to show you how to find some pictures. One place I like to go is a place called Unsplash. So I'm going to put in unsplash.com and go there. And I'm going to search for a singing child. Now, Unsplash has changed. These are pictures up here at the top. They're actually photos that you have to pay for to download. So the ones that you can use are in the middle. And they're free, and people have uploaded them, and they don't care if anybody uses them. So you can download it. And then you just want to save it. All right, now come back to your poster, and you can insert an image. Sorry, that's right at the top. And you can upload it from your computer. There we go. And I need to look in downloads. Probably would have been better off if I'd saved this. All right, I'm not going to use the child I downloaded from Unsplash, but here's one. I'm just going to add it right there. And that's a little large. You can size it. Take it by the corners. You can shrink it. I was thinking I wanted to put something right in this bubble here. Kind of center it. So there you got a picture right there. You can also, once you've got your picture up there, you can add lines. So you can go, kind of makes a border around it. Kind of sets it off. You can also do call outs. So you just come to shapes. And again, you can go to insert and say insert shape. Or you could just come right here and pick the shapes. You've got shapes, rectangles, triangles, smiley faces, picture frames, arrows. I use these on Miss Brown's Avid poster. You can see these call outs. I'm going to do this one. And so then you could just kind of draw it right there. You can stretch it. And I'm going to change the color, I hope. I'm going to make the border be black so it'll go a little bit bigger. And I'm like, yeah, there. That makes it pop a little bit more. And then inside, I can add a text box. Like say you wanted to put somebody's phone number there. 555-2000. You'd probably also want to put their name if you were doing that. And again, you can make that just a little bit bigger. You can make it bold. And then you might want to come back and center it a little bit. Oops, a little bit further than I wanted to. If you saw that red line that came up, that lets you know like where you are in the center of things. So now, since it's in Google Drive, you don't even have to worry about saving it or anything. That gives you some examples of how to add text, how to put a background on there, how to add a picture, how to put lines, how to put shapes and call-outs into your poster. There's lots to take a look at and kind of just play with. And, you know, you can always hit undo. Anything, if you ever do something and you just don't like it, just hit undo. It's going to go away. So I think there's your beginning on how to make a poster. And if you have any questions, you can see Miss Howard in the library. Hope you have a good time with this project.